Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Joel, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So now I bring to you another review in my spooktacular October. This time I present a review of Christine, released by Columbia in 1983, directed by John Carpenter, based on Stephen King's novel, starring Keith Gordon, John Stockwell, Alexandra Paul, Robert Prosky, Harry Dean Stanton, and Robert Blossom. Anyway, the movie follows the changes in the lives of a nerdy dude named Arnie Cunningham, his friends, family, and teenage enemies after he buys a 1958 Plymouth Fury, which is actually a Belvedere, named Christine, a car that seems to have a jealous, possessive personality, a mind of its own. Yep. Anyway, the story starts out in 1957 at a Chrysler Corporation assembly plant in Detroit. The hood of a newly assembled Fury slams down without warning and crushes one of the workers' hands. Yes. As he was inspecting the front end of the car. Another worker climbs in to sit behind the wheel and eventually letting the ashtray and a cigar fall on the front seat. At the end of the shift, one of the workers checks. It's the line supervisor, forgive me. Notices the worker slumped in the seat and opens the door. The worker falls to the floor dead, a look of terror on his face. 21 years later, in 1978, a nerdy dude named Arnie Cunningham is an unpopular teenager in Rockbridge, California, with only one friend, Dennis Gilder, a football player. Well, Arnie's life begins to change when he buys the now used and badly battered red and white Fury from George LeBay, brother of the original owner, the late Roland LeBay, and is in need of extensive repairs. So George tells Arnie several details about the car, including its name, Christine. But despite his parents refuse to let him have a car in the house, well, not in their house, I mean at their house. Excuse me again. This is the first time I've seen it sometimes, so you're going to have to apologize for me following the notes. So he begins to restore a do-it-yourself garage and junkyard owned by Will Darnell. He spends more time, he discards his glasses, dresses more like a greaser, and develops an arrogant, paranoid personality. Yeah. Now, unbeknownst to Arnie, Dennis learns from Arnie's mom that the previous owner, Roland, actually had committed suicide in the car, and confronts George to find out more. And the owner's daughter choked to death in it, and his wife also committed suicide in it, the same as Roland. And George also tells Dennis that Roland tried to get rid of Christine after his wife died in the car, but Christine came back 3 weeks later. Dennis becomes distracted during a football game as Arnie is kissing his new girlfriend, Lee Cabot. And now perfect Christine, and he's tackled and is now in the hospital after suffering a career-ending injury. Well, at the drive-in, Christine's windshield wiper stopped working. Arnie goes outside to get him to work again. Lee begins to choke on a hamburger as Christine locks the doors, and Arnie can't get in to help. And Lee manages to pull the lock open and is saved when a man in the next car to them administers the Heimlich maneuver. Meanwhile, the school bully, Buddy Repperton, angry with Arnie after being expelled after a confrontation in shop class, vandalizes Christine. But manages to get rid of Buddy and his goons one by one, crushing one of his buddies in the alley, triggering a gas station explosion that kills two others and sets the car on fire, and finally running down Buddy himself while it's still on fire. Then return to Darnell's garage. Darnell climbs in to sit behind the steering wheel and is crushed to death when Christine pushes the driver's seat forward. The next morning, it's back in its slot and fully repaired. State Police Detective Junkins becomes suspicious of Arnie, having discovered paint from Christine at the scenes of two of the gang members' deaths. However, he has no direct evidence to him who has an alibi. Following the choking incident and Christine's initial vandalization, Lee breaks up with Arnie. So Dance and Lee decide to conclude the only way to save him is to destroy Christine. They set up for a trap at Darnell's garage. Now, I'm going to get to the rest of the ending, so you got 5 seconds to stop this video before I continue if you have not seen this movie. Here we go. Okay, now, the ending, I'm going to say, is pretty darn cool. And at the final confrontation with Christine at the garage, Dennis uses a bulldozer while Lee stands ready to close the garage doors and cut off Christine's retreat once it enters. However, Christine has been lying in wait under a pile of debris in the garage the entire time. When Lee takes up her position at the controls, it strikes, crashing through Darnell's office in an attempt to get at Lee. Arnie, who has been driving the car himself, is thrown through the windshield and is impaled by a shard of glass. And apparently, I can say this, that after that, they managed to attack Christine in the bulldozer and managed to finally catch it in the act and put it out of commission, no matter how hard that car tried. And then soon the next day they take it to the car crushers and its remains were crushed completely. But anyway, and then they watched, and they thought they were hearing some 1950s rock and roll music again, but it was coming from a boombox that one of the workers had. And Lee subsequently comments she hates rock and roll. And the film ends as the camera zooms into the cube and a small piece of the front grille twitches slightly. And that's the end. Christine, while it was a minor success, it made $21 million, but however, it got good reviews and became a cult classic. So anyway, this would be kind of like a bad guy or bad girl version of The Love Bug, but it'd be more kind of a dark type of possessed car, like The Car, which I'll be reviewing this week. Now, what did you think of Christine? Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing next. Either I'll go with my video game reviews I talked about, the Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins series, well, 3 of them, or the car. Just wait and see. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.